My name is Sean and I'm a student.
How long have you supported Newcastle United?
I'm not sure how long I've supported Newcastle. Just since I was aware of football, to be honest.
Do your whole family support Newcastle United?
Yeah, my dad's a big Newcastle United fan. I don't come from a particularly football-y family, really. It's certainly not my closer family, but the ones who do like football, yeah, support Newcastle. Best Newcastle player is ever. It would probably be trite not to say Alan Shearer. It's an obvious answer. He's perhaps not my favourite Newcastle player ever, but he's probably the most, Shearer. I think my most cherished memory of Newcastle is, it's actually probably quite a recent one. The season we finished 5th was enjoyable, and there were some games during that season when we played some really good football. We had players like Yohan Cabaye, Demba Ba. That was quite recent, and it's not really one specific memory, but it was the first time when I've been old enough to appreciate Newcastle being good. The last time they were Newcastle really good, I was very young, and it only lasted about 9 months, but we were very good for 9 months.
So what would you say then is the worst memory of Newcastle, or the lowest point you've had to experience?
The lowest point I've had as a Newcastle fan is probably now, and it's to do with the ownership of the club, and it's to do with the way the club's managed. And I think like a lot of Newcastle fans, I know Newcastle fans who've supported Newcastle for 50 years and feel the same way, feel very disillusioned with the club. We're run by a man who clearly doesn't think much of the club, and it's used to sell his knockoff sportswear and to advertise Wonka, the payday loan company that I despise. This is probably my lowest point as a Newcastle fan.
Regardless of your dislike towards the owner, will you always support Newcastle through thick and thin?
Yeah, I'll always support Newcastle regardless of the owner. It's about supporting the team and not the people who own it. But obviously, I'm never gonna stop loving Newcastle United just because there's a guy in the boardroom who I don't like. I would consider the football club a really huge part of the city. I don't think there are many cities. I mean, you just have to look at the geography of the stadium. It's at the highest point in the city and it kind of dominates the skyline. And there are very few stadiums like that. I mean, we're a one-team city. And again, there aren't many of those. I think there aren't many cities certainly in this country which have such a strong relationship with their football team. I mean, you look at Liverpool. There's Liverpool and Everton. You look at Manchester. There's the two Manchester sides. Everyone in this city is devoted to one team, and I think that's a powerful thing. And I think it's an important part of the city. It's an important part of our identity.
Would you consider Newcastle United one of the most important things in your life?
Would I consider Newcastle United one of the most important things in my life? I'd like to say no, because that would probably be quite shallow. I know there's more important things in life than football. Is it a major part of my life? Yes. Yeah, I would consider it a major part of my life. Obviously, an end to world poverty would be better than Newcastle winning the Premier League, but I'd really like to see Newcastle win the Premier League.